check out a 1991 Skyline R32, the GTR model. So it's a 2-hour drive going over from my place over to the south shore of Montreal. So I have the trailer with me, got the Range Rover, and we're gonna go check it out, see if we like it. If we like it, we're gonna load it on the trailer, go get the plates done, and hopefully bring it back home. It's a 1991. The owner has owned it since 2007 when it was imported over from Japan. The car apparently is very clean. It has no rust, so I'm assuming that it's probably from the south area of Japan, not the north area where they have more snow. Regardless, Japan is surrounded by an ocean, so there's probably going to be a bit of rust, but I really hope that it's clean. That's mainly what I'm looking for, is a car that will have a nice rust-free body. If ever it has a few mechanical issues, that's something we're going to be able to figure out and something we're going to be able to fix. Just hope that the engine is healthy. It has only 120,000 kilometers, which I believe equals to about 70,000 miles, which is quite good. So I'm on the road. I have about an hour left before I see the car. I'm meeting the guy at a gas station close by, and we'll see what it looks like. So be back. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever it is. I don't even know where I'm at in this video. I took a whole bunch of shots in the last few days, and today I'll be talking about a few things. First thing is this thing. It's on a trailer, as you can see. It was towed. It went to the track. I didn't film, sorry. And the other thing is this guy that we purchased. So I think that this is something we're gonna call the cheapest R32 GTR Skyline in Canada, probably, or whatever we want to call it. Price that I paid for it, I'm not gonna say it right away. No, I'm not gonna say it right away. I'll show you guys actually what it looks like, and you guys tell me how much you think that I paid for this car. Make sure that whenever you comment, you put US dollar, Canadian dollar, whatever currency you're familiar with. Make sure you put it down, because, you know, let's say at 30 grand US versus 30 grand Canadian, it's different. So make sure you put it down, how much you think I paid for this. I'll be adding a few clips of the interior, of the outside, and everything like that. It is a 1991 Nissan Skyline GTR, completely stock, like everything is OEM on it. There are no modifications, rims, exhaust, intake, all of it is OEM. Like, it's nice. Anyways, enough of that. I should be talking a bit more about the GTR. I will in the next clip. This guy that many of you guys have been following, I brought it to the track. As you can see, we were number 87 on that day, and many people are not familiar with this, but I did nearly 10 passes at the track with it. I'm not gonna say the times that we ran, because we didn't go there for times. We didn't run good times. We were mainly there to actually look at the air fuels, look at the ignition timing, tune the idle, like a whole bunch of other stuff that we didn't necessarily want to do on the street, because we wanted to make sure that we can bring the car up to a good 160, 180 kilometers an hour, 100 miles an hour. So we did. It works well. It didn't start knocking rods, bearings, everything is working so well. The only thing is, let me stop the video and start in a bit. I'll open up the trunk and I'll show you what happened. Okay, we're back. The only thing is, let me adjust this for a second. There we go. Last pass, it was about 10 at night. Let's say 10 to 10 because the track usually closes at 10. As you guys can see, it started pouring oil everywhere. It's quite unfortunate. So whenever I got it off the track, we opened up the hood, and we didn't actually open it up because of the oil. We just opened it up, I think, just to cool it down. And Mark looks at me with the flashlight and said, "You're pissing oil. There's something that potentially broke on this car." And when it's pitch black, you don't necessarily see the color of the oil. I thought that the block cracked. Still running fine. Thought something cracked, but we're lucky enough. Actually, we're not lucky. So the last pass, I was at about 160 kilometers an hour, and I felt that the car started shifting to the left when I jammed the brakes, and I was actually right when I stopped the car. ABS module, which I told Mark I wanted to delete for quite some time, and now he agrees with me, so I think we're on the same page. We might actually do this, but the ABS module has 2 lines that come in and 4 lines that come out, so I believe that this is like back, this is front, these are front, this is front, this is back, these are the 2 back wheels, these are the 2 front wheels. This guy, if you can see from close, it popped open. So I'll have to change the entire hard line because there's oil that's pissing from it, and that's what kind of, whenever I jammed the brake at 160 kilometers an hour, it probably overheated, it popped, and it sprayed everything everywhere. So good news is that it made 10 passes hardcore. We were tuning it, running lean, running rich. We didn't play with timing. We were quite good with the timing. We were on the lower end, but lean, rich, whatever, it holded. I'm super happy for that. The only thing is that 160 kilometers an hour, whenever a brake line pops, it scares the shit out of you. So that's what happened. So anyways, what I'll be doing is I'll probably be putting some and actually I just noticed this guy that caught off. Interesting. So I'll be putting some degreaser everywhere, sprayed down with a hose, and this is it. Like it's running. So the next video, I'll definitely show you guys what it does on the track. We could talk about how much I made. I don't want to talk about how much I made. It was slow. Like, it's a turbo H22. It was only doing, like, at the end, at the early stage, it was doing 6 pound of boost, and then it was doing like 8.6 pound of boost, and we were like in the low 15s second quarter mile. So a stock H22 usually does that, which I know it's slow, but we're still running way too rich. We haven't played with ignition timing. We haven't played with anything. This was kind of just one of the first trial runs. I was telling Mark, I really hope that with around the 8 pounds of boost, I'll run maybe high to mid 13s, and then we'll crank it up with maybe a T or with the boost solenoid, and we'll crank it up to maybe 15, 80 pounds of boost. And I really hope to be somewhere in the 12s, lower 12s, and maybe high 11s or mid 11s. I would actually be in 10s. But anyways, that's my goal. I don't know how much more we're going to be able to do this year. I really hope to do at the very least once or twice. Go to the track once again this year and film it, show you guys what actually comes out of it. Yeah, and again, we did 10 passes. We played with a whole bunch of stuff. I know that to some it might sound quite silly, might sound quite easy, but we had issues even with the overflow tank, for an example. So the overflow tank wasn't a problem. This pulley was a problem. Timing belt was a problem. You know, you run into a whole bunch of problems whenever you pull everything out of a car and you reassemble it. We wanted to go to the track just because of the speed and just to be secured of what we do. We didn't necessarily need to. A lot of people would do that in the backyard or on, you know, on back roads. We could have done it as well. We just thought that since it's a track night, we're gonna go see other cars and things like that. So anyways, I'll get that done, and yeah, next time I'll show you guys what this can do on the track once we crank up the boost. And before I let you guys go, I'll do a little bit of walk around of the GTR. So 1991 Nissan Skyline GTR, right hand drive OEM with the all-wheel steering, all-wheel drive, inline 6 twin turbo car. It's mint. I love it. It's not mint, actually. I'm not gonna say it's mint. It's in a very good condition for that year. I'll show you guys around, and I'll end the video like that. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Once again, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down. If you have any questions, make sure you leave it in the comments, and let me know, most importantly, how much you think that I paid for the GTR with your actual country currency. Thank you very much, folks. Until next time.